and welcome to live coverage of Jasper Koosman versus Nikos Gerolis. One frame has been played in this session, and that went to Jasper Koosman, and you're now watching live. The score is 14 frames to Koosman, 7 frames to Nikos Gerolis. A very big task for Nikos Gerolis here, playing the favourite, very strong favourite now to win this tournament. The winner of this, of course, will play Mike Mora, who has just won his match against Mushtaq Hamid. And while Nikos is a very good player, he knows how to make breaks and play safe. He is up against a very high-level player here, and obviously you can tell by the score he's not really been able to keep up with Koosman. He's going to have to play it frame by frame and just play his own game. And have a look at his stats. His highest break is 93. He's got 390 breaks, 380 breaks, so that's enough to win a frame. And made plenty of 60 breaks, and that as well would doing very well. Needs to put pressure on Koosman. Three reds and 3 blacks potted so far. Good shot. Nice angle here to stun up and try and hit the pack and open a red or 2. Oh, he just missed it. So no 147 break in this frame. He's snookered himself as well, but has a 32-point cushion. Just a roll up here onto the northeast side of that pack. No, he's missed it. Nothing on for Jasper, of course, but he has the table, so he can dictate the play. It was a difficult shot. Not really done too much with that, Jasper, so the game is open here in terms of who has control. You'd have to say Nikos has an opportunity to gain control of the frame of this situation. Be looking to get that white as close to the tie onto that cushion, bolt cushion, as he can, and be behind one of the bolt colours. Just a kiss on that brown has left the pack open or available to hit by Jasper, and there's also a loose red which he went for and he's missed. So another chance for Nikos. Needs to continue and add on to the 32 points he already has. Get a significant cushion or gap between his opponent, the Belgian Jasper Koosman. Good pot. To set him up and start him on this break. Needs half stun here, half ball on the white. Hit it pretty hard. Make sure he puts the black, and he should go into the pack of reds. That's nice, he's got it. That's a red now into the bottom middle. He's looking at the red hanging off that cluster. Won't go in though. There's another red that's blocking the path of the blue into the top middle, so he's going to have to put a bit of top on this so he can play for the pink or yellow. He could, of course, screw back for the, or try and screw back for the black, but that would be a bit tricky. Oh yeah, of course, he's got the blue into the top right. Gets the pot. I think you went a bit too far there. You're looking at that red, and the loose red on the top of that cluster. Over hits the screw. As this red into the top right. And he played a bit of screw on that. I thought he would have followed it through and got a good angle on the blue to go into the pack. But he played a screw, which makes it a lot difficult. Makes the shot more difficult. And it would be just playing normally in the center of the ball. Or even top is... A little bit of top would have been fine. That's a lovely shot by Jasper, whether he meant that or not. He double kissed, so it's debatable about whether he expected that, but I wouldn't put it past Jasper. He knows many different types of shots and was practiced for many hours on particular shots. And it seems as though it was a bit of fortune there for Jasper Koosman. Nikos here, just probably wise not to try for the pack and just concentrate on this red, because he doesn't want to open any more reds up for Jasper, but that's exactly what he's done. Obviously a shot he wasn't used to or didn't have a solution for. I think he was just going to try and hit that red that the white is going towards now. Send it down and put the white back on the baulk cushion, but a very adventurous shot, very difficult shot, a very risky shot. And obviously it's let Jasper in now. You have the screw back here for the pink, who's decided to go forward, put top on it. It's the same result. Pink into the top left or bottom middle. Probably a much easier shot the way Jasper played it. Now he's left the white on the pink spot, so the pink has gone onto the blue. A little overdone there on the black, but he's got it into the middle. And now he's covered the black spot, so the black will go on the pink, which turns out quite nice. Has the red into the bottom left. A very soft touch here, and have the black into the middle. You can follow through here for the reds into the top left, so Jasper in a good position here. And if you look at Jasper's stats, higher break of 129, 18 breaks of 100, 15 90 breaks, 90 plus breaks, 29 80 plus breaks, 50 70 plus breaks, 77 60 plus breaks. So Jasper will feel at home here. Has done this many times before. I can't see anything really that's going to trouble him. The red at the bottom right on cushion there might be the only difficult shot in terms of one getting position on it, and obviously just making sure it gets into the pocket, as that bottom right hand corner pocket can be troublesome. But the other reds, not been a problem. Oh, and he's made a mistake there. Snookered himself. 14 points the difference now in points. 43 on the table. But pots that red lovely. Has the brown or blue here? The brown's better for position on the red, but this blue will add to the points tally. But would be relatively difficult to get position on. And where's that white going? Oh. Now, can he see the full red? I don't think he can, so Nikos will be able to come back now onto the table. But there you see in a probably not even 2 minutes of play, Jasper has changed the tables, so to pardon the pun, in terms of score, now leads. And has left his opponent, Nikos Geoulas, with a long shot here. There's a chance here of a snooker though. Wants to avoid the green. He's unlucky there. He's left it on. He's not left it behind the blue or pink, which he's wanted. Could have maybe sent the white to the left behind the brown. Not enough pace there by Jasper Koosman. Slightly out of character there. Would have thought he would have killed that shot. But he's left Nikos in with an advantage. And he can now put Jasper in a snooker. Taking all the time he can, making sure he gets this right. Decided to snooker behind the brown or yellow or blue, but it's not worked out, I'm afraid. Red right over the middle pocket, in that direction. Green is tight on the cushion. That's Nikos' only hope now. And that's not a great shot. Would have been like to be more straight on that yellow, I think. A little bit of an angle was needed, but no problem for Jasper. This green should be enough. Oh. No, and he's left it over the pocket, but Nikos needs a snooker now. So he may pot it if he feels it's difficult to get safe or any kind of snooker off this. It's a little tricky. He could send the green back down to the opposing cushion below the brown. Try and get the white down towards the black, and he's done it in a different way, and it's not worked out, I'm afraid. No matter how hard you try, sometimes when you're playing Jasper Koosman, you just can't get a break. Everything seems to work for him. You try and put it in a snooker, as you know, that he will just clear up. And every time you try, it just leaves him on. And this is the story when you play Jasper Koosman, for whatever reason. I'm sure every snooker player gets their own share of luck. And I don't think Jasper's any different. It just seems that way sometimes. Oh, well, that's not going to make any difference. Jasper wins the frame. A significant lead as well. And Koosman is making it look very easy now. So 15-7. To Jasper Koosman. Surprisingly, there's only been 3 50-plus breaks, so that will probably tell you that Nikos has been relatively close in most frames. And they've both shared the spoils, possibly. As Jasper responds to the traditional break-off behind the baulk colours. Sending it, rolling it towards the pack. And although he did hit the red, it's an opportunity of a red into the middle here. And it wasn't to be for Nikos, and he's left a great chance now for Jasper Koosman, who We shall see what kind of damage you can do. Unfortunate there, I don't think the red will go past that black, so that should be end of break. Just didn't get the snooker he wanted there. Nicholas can roll this red in, and he should be on the black, but wants to be as far away from the cushion as he can for the black. It's going to be difficult to get position here. If he's got purchase on the white, he can screw back. But he's close to the cushion, so he might not have full screw back options. He might just have to roll the black in and push the red towards the middle pocket. And he's got the pot, good shot. And he has a red into the bottom middle. Pots the red, but there's no real shot after this black should he attempt it, and it's a very difficult black. And perhaps it might be better just to roll up to the brown, or try and put it behind the brown from the yellow, and try and force a mistake from Jasper Kuzman. That's a good shot. Full ball snooker, so Jasper will be rolling up to the pack. Perfect shot. Perfect pace. Nikos will be trying to get back down the bulk area with as little disturbance to that pack as he can. Although there is a case for opening the reds as you do a safety shot, but depends how much control you have on where the white's going to end. If you can guarantee or be sure you're going to put the white in a good position, then sometimes it is worth opening up some of the reds to force a harder shot for the opponent. And that's a great shot by Jasper, tight on the cushion. This is potable though, this red into the top left. Herman Erican in the audience. Of course, was defeated by Jasper Kuzman in the Battle of the Titans. I'm sure Herman would He's still in this tournament. Had he not drawn anyone else but Jasper. And obviously Jasper Kuzman versus Eric Herman in a final would have been a sight to see, but we had the final that wasn't beforehand in the earlier round in the quarterfinal. Jasper Kuzman won first blood in what we hope will be a great rivalry. Now, will this red go into the bottom right hand pocket? He's looking at it. He's gone past the blue. Good shot. No real reds though. That's the only negative. Maybe the brown would have given him more purchase to go into the pack. You can put a bit of top on this blue. So try and move into the pack. Oh, he's got it. And where's that white going to land? That's a great shot. Very good shot by Nikos Geoulis there. Showing some fighting spirit. Being positive and aggressive. And I think that's what you have to do. You just have to play your game. Good red into the top left. Now he's looking for some fortune here. Oh, well, he might be able to cut the yellow in, but he's got a good opportunity to make a snooker here, which might give him a better chance later on. He's looking at the cut though, I think. No, he's decided on the snooker, which I'm happy about. Now, that's given Jasper Kuzman a bit of a problem. I'm going to try and go off 2 cushions. No, maybe 1 cushion. Just roll up to that pack again. And he's lost time. Nikos is putting back in. Zumi's going to hit this soft, so not to disturb the reds. And no, he's not got the angle right there. Nothing really on for Nikos. Apart from a possible plant. But that would be a bit risky. Plus the red to the bottom left-hand cushion. Will be on Nikos's mind as he plays safe down to the balk area. Yeah, so I was going to say you could maybe give it a bit of a stun and try and go behind the yellow or towards the yellow. He's done that. Nothing on really here for Jasper Kuzman. There's a red to the below right of the pink spot. But I can't see from here whether it'll go. I think it might do, but I think Jasper may be looking for a snook of his own. Could play off the red and try and put the white behind the pink. It doesn't like the look of that though, so it looks like he's just going to play a natural safety shot. White back down the table off left cushion and then right top left hand cushion. No, he's going towards the yellow. Well, that kiss on the yellow or the contact with the yellow was a benefit to Jasper Kuzman, but he looks as though he's left a red on here because Nikos has gone for it straight away without his usual considered approach, and he's missed it. Is that a bit of frustration from Joelis? But again, we see Jasper is able to get out of difficult situations. When you think you have a chance, you have an opportunity, you have a good position, you're in a good situation, you can suddenly find that it's the complete opposite. You think you've got Jasper in a bind. Just always seems to find a solution. Is it a bit too hard there or didn't get it exactly? You have to hit those shots softly and accurately. I'm a little confused here. I thought Jasper missed that black, and I thought that was Jasper who was taking that shot on the black. Never mind about me. No, Jasper must have missed. So Nikos missed the red. I'll have to think about that another day, but we can see that Jasper's on the table now. 14 break. He'll screw back here. Into the pack. Oh! And there's a bit of luck for Nikos. So the ball goes into the pocket. And Nikos has a chance. Let's see what he can do. Very unlucky there for Nikos, having made a short break, adding to his tally. Fortunately fouled. Kuzma's put him back in again, but that was a very slim lead. 9 points. And if he can get a good touch on this red, he could send the white back round the table behind the black. Oh, he's hit the pink. So it must have been very delicate. And the red white goes in as well. Or did it? The app must have refreshed itself. The white is suddenly on the other side of the table. And Jasper's put Nikos back in. Nikos looking to see the angle. If it will go into the pocket, he could play a shot to nothing here. But the main aim is to get that white behind the bolt colours. And ideally towards the yellow behind the black. There's the shot. Doesn't go in. Now, how hard is it hit this white? Not hard enough, I'm afraid. Difficult shot. It was a difficult shot. But in order to get near that yellow or on the right cushion, he needed to hit it much harder than that. And there you see Jasper Kuzman. Doesn't miss many shots. And can jump on this chance. Still has to get in position. It's the green, but it hasn't got a good white. I don't think this red will go in from the pink. Oh. He's got a bit of an angle as well. So he's played safe. 1 point the difference. The 26th frame of a possible 31. No, that can't be right, can it? Possible, yeah, 31. 33, sorry, possible 33. Good response by Nikos. Relatively safe, but saying that Jasper could put him in a snooker here. Send the red back up towards between black and brown. And put that white behind the pink, or tight on the left-hand cushion, but with the pink in between both colours. And he's, well, he decided to do it in a different way, or just get safe in a different way. I wonder if he missed that altogether. But perhaps he could have meant that. Coming back off the cushion. More likely, though, made a faux pas. Now, same kind of shot, but slightly different angle for Nikos. Try and get the white behind or around the left-hand pocket, bottom pocket, just around that area. No, he's decided to go for a shot to nothing. And he's been fortunate not to leave that red on, as he'd hit the blue with the white. So anywhere left or right of that pink would have left it on for Jasper. But he's in a snooker. And that was hit quite hard. And where's that red going? Oh my dear. And he's got it, a fluke off it. Unbelievable. You would think that Jasper Koosman has all the talent in the world and doesn't need those kind of flukes, but it can seem as though he gets them. And when at times and situations when, you know, it's the last place or the last part of the frame you would want or the match that you would want him to get flukes like that, but he did. It's not on here, but you can play good snooker here, so wasn't able to take full advantage of that situation. 9 points the difference. 25 on the table. Jasper leads the match 15 frames to 7. The first to 17 will go through to play Mike Mora, who earlier on beat Mushtaq Hamed in the other semi-final. Shot to nothing there by Nikos, attempting the pot, but knowing that the green would go possibly behind the blue, but he's left it over the pocket, and again that pressure of knowing who your opponent is and just affects one's play and just force you to make more unforced errors. And it's the player who will be able to, who can deal with the mental side of playing Koosman or Erican, who can have some kind of, who can boss the game, who can take over the game. Of course, you need a little bit of luck, and you've got to be very cautious and have a good safety game. I think when one has the opportunity, they should try and make the most of it and not let Koosman bully you. You've got to be the one that bullies him. Of course, that's incredibly difficult when you know that any position he's dangerous. And Nikos is finding this out. Their only other match was a playoff in the China Open, if I can recall. It was a 1-3 match. Nikos got the first 2 frames and Jasper won the next 3 and won that fixture. And Jasper has left the table before Nikos finished. Let's just see if he's on the lobby, but that was very strange. He's completely gone off the lobby. And it's a bit unfortunate, a bit unlucky that for Nikos, because he was So now we're just going to have, this has caused a bit of a problem here. Let's just have to see. Let's just see what the position was. And Jasper's back. And so surely they should replay from where they were playing. Of course, you can entirely up to them. But I didn't see any conversation. So this is... Oh, right. So Nikos has got the frame. So that I could just have a quick replay look, and this was the situation. Jasper was 53 to 37 in front. You potted the blue. Oh, was that the frame before? I think it was. Oh, no, it wasn't. Nikos was on the table. 9 points behind. He did black and pink. And it's just me. For some reason, I didn't see the ending to that. Don't worry about me. We'll just get back to the game. Apologies for that. Probably I just misread the situation. So Nikos wins that frame, and it's 15-8. Nikos Gerolis from Greece, trying to negotiate his way through this session to win as many as he can, to try and restrict Jasper Kuzman from running away with it. Very difficult task, of course. Two reds, two blacks. Unlucky. Too hard on that screw back. You could try for the pot here and play safe at the same time. He's got it. It's a great shot. And again, I think I've misread the situation. Apologies for that. It looks as though that was the two reds and two blacks. Above 16 now. Jasper Kuzman had made a 16 break earlier. Or added 16 to his scoreboard. Good shot there by Nikos. Showing a lot of tenacity here. Trying to force his way into this match. Put a bit of pressure on Kuzman. He must be able to see the black here. Oh, he's missed it. Unlucky. He's left. There's a loose red there. And there's this red here, which Jasper has his eye on straight away. So Nikos, in trying to be aggressive and taking the match on, obviously risks missing at some stage. And he has done, and he's been lucky here. I was going to say actually that Jasper had a great opportunity, but Jasper himself didn't really get great position off his first red. And I think Wayne Kent has now joined us in the commentary box. I'll just wait for him to join at some point.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, Wayne. How are you?
I'm good. What's this final?
Semi-final of the World Championship.
And losing the other summer.
The other semi was played earlier. Mike Mora won Mushtek Hamid.
We won.
Mike Mora. So Mike Mora is in the final, and the winner of this will play Mike.
What's this score up to?
17.
And what score is it?
15-8.
for
Jasper. 1st to 17.
Justin.
Do you want to know his shoe size as well?
No, that's fine.
Wayne Kent, of course. Player in 2016. No longer on the circuit. But always one to offer interesting comments. My guess is he thinks that this is a done deal and that Jasper Koosman will easily win. And it's just a matter of time. Am I right, Wayne?
No, I wouldn't say that, but I'd say if he's 15-8 up, then he's definitely got 1 foot on it. But nothing's certain. But he'd be a heavy, heavy favourite, obviously. Anyone would make him a heavy favourite on this point. Only needs 2 more frames, including this one.
Yeah.
So if he wins this, he'll only need 1 more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless he does a remarkable run, Nichols. Which, to be fair, he's probably capable of, but I've never seen Nichols play much, in all truth. I'm just looking at his rating, and I know he's a good player, but Jasper, as far as I know, is the best player on it, along with Herman.
He is a very good player, and I don't know if you read my piece about Nikos a few weeks ago, just indicating that he was 3rd favourite to win this championship. I thought he was a lot more closer to Jasper and Herman Eriksson than has turned out in this match so far. But
the thing is, with these type of players, I feel Herman and Jasper, they can win at will at times. They're so good at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just saying that earlier. You just can't really afford to do anything wrong against
the top-notch, top pro players. It's the same as if it was real snooker. This would be, these would be considered the pros of the pros.
Yeah, I mean, Jasper and Herman will probably be the Stephen Hendry of the day, won't they? If you're comparing it. Or the Steve Davis. In terms of dominating, But, I mean, this is the first time Herman and Jasper have come together. Obviously.
Collection.
Sorry?
It's Nikos, isn't it?
No, I was just talking about players. We're talking about Herman Eriksson is the only player that can match Jasper Koosman.
Yeah.
And it's the first time they played in the quarterfinal. Jasper won it.
Ah, cool. That is interesting. What score?
It was 13-12. It went right down to the wire.
I'd have enjoyed seeing that one.
You can do. You just go to Online Snooker Club and watch it with great commentary.
No, not watching it now. I know the result. That's the only thing, dude. It would have been good to watch.
No, it was just the final burp, the lovely burp that you gave after it. It's beautiful.
Oh, let's see.
And look at this now, Jasper Koosman finishing the match off.
See, it's why I won't bother playing in NAILs when Jasper's playing anymore. There's just no point whatsoever.
Well, that is very controversial, Wayne, if you don't mind me saying.
It's not controversial. He's so good. He should be in like a Super League with like Herman and a few. Against us, he's just like ants against men.
Well, as we were saying,
I know it's a good challenge, but he's so good on it. It's very hard to beat him. One chance against these type of players, one chance, and it's over. I mean, look at this. Nikos is a really good player, and Jasper is just showing what it's about or why he's the best at it.
Absolutely, but I think everyone knows that, and I know obviously that's. I think we all know. We all know Jasper and Herman are at a different level, but it doesn't say that at some point I think playing these players improves one's game. If you're able to play.
I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Not when you're getting wiped in every frame almost. It's very hard to learn anything when you give that other player half a chance and he clears up. The only thing you're learning is not to leave them on, which at one point or another you will do because they're better players. It's what would happen in real snooker.
Absolutely. That's why you do learn. You may get beat a lot of times.
Yeah, but there's learning and there's learning. There's like, you know, it's like Premier Team shit, isn't it? That's what it is with these type of players. You know, 9 out of 10 times they're going to beat you. That's the thing. And yeah, it's a nice challenge now and then to play them, but it's a game where one chance against them, like I say, and your frame's over. You just watch it. And as a player, I don't enjoy that because I'm nowhere near good enough to play with them players. I just enjoy playing at the level we're at, basically.
Well, absolutely, and of course.
I mean, how they've got to this level of playing it's remarkable. I mean, I don't know the system of how they play, what they play on, but they're just brilliant.
He's playing better players and just learning from your mistakes, and that's why.
That's the thing.
But that's why I would doubt your kind of. I understand why you probably don't need to play because you're not playing in competition. You're not playing in any competitions, so you don't really need to worry about getting to a certain level. But if you were to compete, then playing Jasper and Erman and Nikos would only do your game much better. You wouldn't be able to get better or get to a point of challenging them without playing them first.
No, I don't think you can.
So
some people on some games you can't get near Alan no longer, no matter how long you play it for. I've been there on PlayStation. I've been a gamer for years and years. Some people on games are just so good. It don't matter how many times you play them; they'll always beat you. That's the thing. They've just got that knack of being brilliant on something. It happens in gaming. Look at it on football, on FIFA, and that. It's a kids' game, really, at the end of the day. But you get men playing for it for thousands of pounds in the tournaments because it requires you to be better than that other person.
No, I completely disagree. We'll have to agree to disagree. You'll get certain players with talent, of course, but there's no stopping someone from learning, practicing, and getting better.
No, there isn't, but there's also a point of realism where you can only, it's like an amateur boxer. He's never going to beat a pro boxer. He'd love the challenge of fighting and to see what he can do, but the reality is he's going to get beat 100 times out of 100.
Well, no, that's 99 out of 100 maybe, but it's just basically that kind of attitude. You will definitely make that come true if that's what you think. If that's your attitude towards it.
It's not what one thinks; it's facts.
No, in the future, you can't say what's fact. You can say what's fact so far, but
look, I can say it.
Every game is a new game.
Yeah, we've played this game now for a few years, and we won't get to the level of Jasper or just not good enough. That happens, dude. You cannot, no matter how much you try.
So why
good enough?
Why is Jasper and Erman better than? Why is it they can get to a level and we can't?
It's the gifted at playing it, dude. Why can Stephen Andre and Stephen Davis get to that levels and other players can't?
But yeah, obviously there's a certain amount of talent. But Stephen Andre didn't win every tournament. This is what I'm saying. They did lose tournaments.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, but he would if the opposition was only one person who was at his level. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, I think what we're kind of debating here is you're saying it's 100%, and that for me is just not true. 99%, 1%, yes, I can say, but there's always that chance that you could beat them. I beat Jasper a few times. I beat Erman.
No. I beat Jasper. I'm just saying that
In the whole
I
scheme
know.
of things, yes. It's like
just the shifts will never be at their level. It doesn't matter how much we practice. On games, Alan, you can only get so good, and you can improve. But you can never...
maybe you're saying about yourself, yeah, and maybe some other players, but depends on the player and how much they put into it.
Alan, I've played games for years, computer games. I know when someone's good in a game, when there isn't, whether someone can get better, and the level which players can compete at these games, console games and other games, it's ridiculous how good some of them really are, and it's like you just can't compete with them. That's the thing. That's the truth. That's factual.
Of course, but what's stopping?
And what I'm saying here is, with these, is they're that good. They should be in their own fucking Super League, Jasper and Erman and a couple of others possibly. But
well, you wouldn't say that to Stephen Hendry, would you?
No, there's nothing like that for them to play. That's the thing.
No, but
well, no, because you wouldn't say Stephen Hendry, because Stephen Hendry's playing with 30 other professional players in a circuit with a reality chance of 5% of any of them winning that tournament. But all I'm saying here is that every tournament Jasper's entered for so far, what I've seen, he's won it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Erman won virtually all the 2016 tournaments. But tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow's another day.
No, but it doesn't. It's not going to change, Alan. Nothing will change.
Well, that's a claim. That's a statement, 100% statement that you're making.
It's fact. It's fact. From you ask any person who is a gamer. Ask any person who is a gamer.
It's not just about gaming. This is also the knowledge of snooker as well. But yes, it's a game in the sense that if someone was playing it like God of War, or someone of that ilk, someone who was really naturally into computer games, this is slightly different though from gaming, isn't it? This is more.
Nope.
This is more of this is a sport game, isn't it? That we all know, and it's got certain rules.
Yeah, it requires you to know the table. But
so, like, say someone like you or someone who's good at gaming. You say this players that's really good at gaming God of War. If they played this for 6 months, would they be good at it?
No. Nothing might be different. It depends if they're good on the actual game itself. I mean, you're right. You've got to know the table well on this to know how it works, what certain shots. And these players have obviously put a lot of practice in. I mean, Jasper spoke to us himself, and Erman said he's played it for years and years. We've only played it for a few years. But even then, I'm sensing that you can only get so far to a level as a player. That's called reality.
Yeah, I agree. If you're talking about yourself, then yes, I agree.
Well, no, I'm talking about you as well, because I'm better than you, and I'm crapper than all.
I would agree with you. I would agree 95% of what you're saying, but I just say there's always that.
Yeah, there is always
that possibility.
I'm talking of the bigger picture of things. That's all.
Because otherwise there would be no point in playing it. There'd be no point in ever playing Erman again. No point in playing Jasper again. If that was the case, but that's not the case, because you can learn.
It is the case. But it's not when he's winning every single tournament. What's the point?
But
I mean,
he's not necessarily going to win every tournament. Yes, he's won 3 tournaments, I think. Or this might be his 4th.
Came into IL the other night. He's not played in ages and won it whilst he was tying his laces. I think it was that easy.
Yeah, but let's say in 6 months' time, though, when we played 6 or 8 tournaments and players have had chance to play Jasper more often.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Right. I'll hold you to that. Right. And we'll see in a year's time what the official results are from then on, and how close anyone has actually got to Jasper. I'm not certain of it. I'm going to hold you against it.
What would be the basic? What would have happened if you just say, "Well, I was wrong"? How
He'll just keep winning everything.
So you're saying if anyone else wins a tournament that he's in, then you will change your mind?
He'll win the majority of them. It's like the usual suspects, this thing. If it's not Jasper, it'd be Erman. If it wouldn't be Erman, it'd probably be Jamie.
So what would happen players in a year's time that would make you say you were wrong, or you were maybe not as 100% right?
Well, I'd see about 4 players getting on the same length, same wavelength as what Jasper's at playing, and that's not going to happen.
So out of 20, say the 20 tournaments of next season, right? How many? What should have happened for you to say that maybe you were wrong? Well, so basically, someone other than Ehrman.
You're not going to be wrong, Alan. I've said it before. These players on other games who can win 5, 6 years on the trot. They're so good on the game.
We know that way.
I mean?
We know that.
The way it is. Yeah, but you're making a point.
You're saying because that is the case, that means they're never going to get beat ever again.
No,
you were that absolutely.
My only case was I was enjoying my snooker at the tournaments, so you brought Jasper into it because I knew he'd be so good. It took me 3 years to get to the same level as you and Jamie, basically, just to give you a game. And then when you bring someone in like that, it's this out, and then it might not be to you because you're a bit simple, but you're not going to win anything. No, you're not going to win anything. That's the reality of it, Alan. You won a few tournaments a few years ago, which, you're not going to win one again. Whilst Jasper and that's in it.
Wayne, I think what you're saying now and how you're saying it just shows you're the simple one, I'm afraid, dude. Because you're talking absolutes again, and it's just not very realistic in any way. You're basically
not realistic in any way. Jasper's came in, won every tournament he's almost played it.
Yes, we know that, Wayne. We know that, and I've acknowledged that. I've acknowledged that. The point is, I'm saying that we.
How's that not realistic?
No, you're saying that he's never going to get beat again. That's what you're saying. You're saying 100% absolute.
All I'm saying is he should have been in a Super League of his own. He should have been in our league. He's way too good for us.
No, Wayne. We had this with Ehrman, didn't we, in 2016 when he won all those tournaments. But we've got to a level now that, well, yes, 8, 9 times out of 10 we're probably still going to lose the game, but there's only so high they can get, and we've just got to make sure that we improve more than they do.
What? I was waiting for you. And on that bombshell,
Jasper winning the frame, winning the match, of course. Just needs one more frame.
No. Needs a bit more weight on that.
16-8 for Kuzman. In frames, just one more needed. Nikos trying to get some kind of momentum. Try and play a snooker on the yellow here. You only managed to get to one final, Wayne, if I recall. You only managed to get to a final. You found it quite difficult then overall.
Yeah, I was going there. Good enough.
And for any youngsters listening, if you're finding it difficult, you should never give in. Don't do it when it does, and just.
And also don't do what Alan does and live in a deluded bubble, thinking you can compete with the best.
Wayne likes to take things literally. Always be aware of that.
Alan likes to take things with vegetables. Quite literally.
perhaps his lack of titles maybe just keeps him in the dark a little bit on certain matters. Most of the things he...
Yeah. Let's put things into perspective yet again. Alan's titles came 3 years ago when there was about 4 players in it who was pretty shit. Since then, we've had these IL tournaments, which Wayne is a legend of, and Alan is a laughingstock of. Fact.
Well, considering that Alan Lockett won the ILMP series last year, I think people can make their own mind up about who's talking bullshit.
Yeah, I told you. It defines Lockett. Drivel.
Did I or did I not win the overall series last year, Wayne?
I've no idea.
There you go. That's what what should be in your epitaph. I've no idea.
Yeah, especially when it comes to anything Alan says. That's followed by that.
Still to make your century break, Wayne?
Yeah. Can't make a century. Yeah. Been close a couple of times. But
this year, maybe?
Still, yeah. This year we had a little competition for those who are listening. Alan thought he'd have a challenge, first to 100. He lost that 100 to 66, which I call shite.
Yes, I can confirm that we did have a 1-to-1 match, first to 100. Alan Lockett versus Wayne Kent. And Wayne was the victor, won by 100 frames to 66. That is correct. Of course, since then, I've won the majority of matches we played.
More delusion.
On the first to 100 discipline, yes, Wayne has the bragging rights on that discipline at the moment.
Also, the bragging rights of how many ILs have I won this year compared to yours?
You've won 4, I've won 1.
There you go, thank you. That's all I need to say. But if you got to keep deluding yourself, then you keep doing that.
Of course, you've not able to get into a final for 3 ILPs recently, have you?
No, I did get into one the other night, if you recall, and lost 2-1 to Mohammed. So again, more delusion from Alan Lockett. This is what you're dealing with, listeners. Someone who can't remember something from 3 days ago.
I'm talking about last week.
Never heard so much fucking dribble.
We can, if needed, get up the stats and have a quick look.
I think it was 2 or 3 nights ago. Mo beat me 2-1 in the final. But Alan's not aware of that because he's not very aware.
Overall, of course, I have a much better record in matches in terms of history.
That's why you've been the worst player for the last 2 years. More nonsense.
I think you'll find I was number 4 seed for 2 years until recently.
Out of 5.
No way. I have a significant amount of players, let me tell you.
Yes, Alan's talking of ace in this today. It's funny because you just mentioned 10 minutes ago, yeah, now we're at an improved level, which we have been for the last 2 years, and you've been the worst player.
Well, that's for other players to either agree with or laugh at you.
Well, Jamie would agree, and Raf would agree. And so, anyone else you want to agree?
I'm not too sure. You say that, but I'm not sure those are the words. I don't think they would be so absolutistic as you are. I think they will accept that my break building and safety play is second to none.
Second to a none. That's about it.
Amen to that.
That was good. Holy shit.
And it looks as though Jasper's taking a sabbatical at the moment. As Nikos leads by 31 points. So he's trying to grind out a frame.
Always missed. That's costly. At this point now, I think Jasper will clear up. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't.
We're looking at the balls. They're pretty
you can play
okay.
around, yeah. Yeah, they are, all of them.
Maybe what you can take us through this break, Wayne, and what you think he's going to try.
Well, he's going to play this red again, come back for this black, and then he can only touch the black to play for the red in the middle, or either red in the middle, actually.
Nice shot.
Beautiful.
Natural angle off. You can get this red for the black. Deciding to take the brown for positional purposes.
Yeah, well, it brings the pink right into play then with the other two reds, doesn't it? That's what I'd have done, yeah.
Needs to be careful here because he might snooker himself. Needs to put a bit of top on this just to float it past the pink spot. Now he's decided to screw back. Lovely shot. And 28 break now. 2 points behind, 2 points of difference, 27 on the table.
I think he underhit that slightly.
Yeah, he was a bit close to the cushion, but he was able to still pot the black, and now he can put Nikos into a snooker here.
It could have been better in truth.
Can say for Nikos.
You expect better with these type of players, especially Jasper. It's also a crafty manoeuvre because he's left him with an half chance, which he has to do. It's not going to be easy to get a snooker from this.
Mm-hmm. It's not an easy pot either because the ball is tight in the pocket. So, yeah, it could be a half chance that Jasper's offered Nikos. I'm sure he would have gone for the snooker. So, but Nikos has got it. And he's got an avenue to the green. Now, has he got enough pace on this to get behind the black or the pink?
No.
He hasn't.
Jasper the Jackal Kuzma needing this one frame.
That's an interesting nickname, yeah, the Jackal. What is a jackal? Oh, it's a cat, isn't it? A wild cat.
Oh, it's a dog.
A dog? A wild dog?
Yeah.
Of course, Wayne's name is Wayne the Pain Kent.
Yeah, we all know what Alan's is. The deluded one.
I've not settled on a name yet, actually. Of course.
We're just waiting now for Nikos, Night Nurse, Juralis. He's still waiting.
Of course, Nikos is a singer by trade. Can he find the right chords though to sing this song?
Yeah.
Well,
He's just found a pair of caliber.
pots the green there on that double. So he might be singing Lucky Man by The Verve next time he gets on the mic.
Yeah. Please don't, man.
Now, where's that brown going?
That was a brilliant shot.
Great shot. There's a nice angle on the blue. Could have been a bit more straight or less of an acute angle, but still potable. How long can he keep Jasper up?
Missed it. See you later. Nodding off, Nikos.
And that's over the pocket. Jasper smells blood.
Yeah, the jackal moves in.
Position on the pink. You can't see him missing this pink. And he needs the black as well, just to confirm.
He just needs to drop it in with a bit of side touch and he'll be on the black, lovely. Like so.
There you go. So this black sends Jasper Kuzmin into the World Championship final against Mike Mora.
He'll win that as well.
Congratulations to Jasper Kuzmin. Let's just confirm that's the end. 16-8, yes, 17-8 to Jasper Kuzmin. Well played. Unlucky to Nikos Geoulis. And your final thoughts on the match, Wayne?
Yeah, what I've seen of it, it was, two good players, but Jasper being Jasper, deservedly so, wins it. Lucky Nikos, and I'll say unlucky to Mike as well for the final.
Yeah, so Jasper Kuzmin will play Mike Mora in the final, which will start in the next few days at some point when both players are ready, 1st to 18. The winner will receive £690,000
of make-believe money.
Nikos Geoulis will play Mushtaq Ahmed for 3rd place, similar to what England's going to be playing against Belgium. But Belgium have done slightly better in OSC, of course, with Jasper Kuzmin playing Germany, the German Mike Mora. What's your thoughts on that match, Wayne?
On Belgium-England?
Jasper Kuzmin versus Mike Mora.
Yeah, Jasper will win it.
Very easily?
Yeah.
So, great little review there by Wayne for the match, the final. Jasper Kuzmin versus versus Mike Mora. I'd have to wait, and obviously Jasper will be the strong favourite for me. Mike Mora has a tendency to play slightly different than a few players, very cavalier, and takes a lot of chances. So the first period of the match will be interesting, and who knows if Mike can get a frame or two and stay within Jasper's level, or he can mess it around a bit. Thanks for that, Wayne.
What's it to, the final?
Possibly 1st to 18. Then possibly, I see Mike's a good player, but yes, it's going to be very difficult to see Mike winning, of course. Mike himself doesn't feel he has much chance. So perhaps he's like Wayne and a bit negative on the negative side.
No, he's like Wayne being realistic.
So thanks for watching. That's the end of tonight's broadcast. 2 semi-final matches finished. We can now concentrate on the final. Keep practicing, guys. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, Wayne.
Goodbye, Wayne.